Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So ever since the Forza Horizon series launched back in 2012 on the Xbox 360, we have seen quite a similar pattern when it comes to releasing its following title. From Horizon 1 through to the launch of Horizon 4, each title had a 2-year lifespan, meaning that the games themselves were pretty much developed within the span of 2 years, which looking back now is quite impressive. Now, after the launch of Horizon 4, that was when the 2-year life cycle broke and Horizon 5 took an extra year to release late in 2021. Now, of course, there were many speculations as to why this was the case. The first was, of course, the worldwide pandemic back in 2020, which forced all the developers to work remotely from home, which most certainly halted any development of Horizon 5 during this period, and also perhaps the developers wanted to make the game big enough so that it would do justice for the Xbox Series console despite being cross-generational. Now, of course, there could be even more reasons than I just mentioned, but before I continue and show you why the next Forza Horizon game will not release in 2024, I want to briefly talk about the reasons for Horizon 5 being cross-generational. As we know, when the Xbox Series consoles were released back in late 2020, production during this time was quite limited. Therefore, a lot of players were still on the older generation of Xboxes. To not exclude such a huge portion of the Xbox players and to maximize their customer base, Microsoft made a decision to continue supporting first-party titles on both the latest and previous Xboxes for the next 2 years, which is why despite Forza Horizon 5, as beautiful as the game looks, it was in a sense handcuffed or restricted because one, it had to be optimized for the original fat Xbox One, which is now a 10-year-old console, and two, the Forza Tech engine used to develop Horizon 5 was the same engine used back in 2014 to develop Forza Horizon 2. So really, both Microsoft and Playground Games have pretty much squeezed every drop from their dated game engine along with the older consoles. Well, now it's been over 2 years since the launch of the Xbox Series consoles, and it was just revealed today by many gaming journalists, including this one, which I'll put a link to the article down in the description below, that Microsoft's game studio chief said that no internal teams are now working on games for the older generation consoles, and because of this, another big change has been made internally by Microsoft, and that is development cycles for high-end games aren't 2 or 3 years anymore. They're now 4 and 5 and 6 years. The longer creation process is due to the increased complexity of modern games, plus the desire to reach higher technical marks with 4K compatibility graphics and advanced lighting. And to me, this all makes sense, right? I would imagine modeling a car for the original Forza Motorsport back in 2005 would have been far easier and quicker than modeling a car for Forza Horizon 5. And as consoles become more powerful, games not only need to look better, which that in of itself takes time to develop, but games also need to be bigger too. And if game studios don't grow in size with relation to technology, then there is no choice other than for games to actually have a longer development span. With that said, let's focus back on the Forza franchise. So, how long will the current Forza Horizon 5 game go on for now before the next title gets announced? Well, first off, we got to look at Turn 10's upcoming new Forza Motorsport game. We know that that game will now release worldwide on October 10th, and it will only be available either on PC or the current Xbox Series consoles, and that's it. Now, the reason for this is because the new Forza Motorsport game was developed on the new Forza Tech engine, and in order for games to truly take advantage of a console that has now been released for over 2.5 years now, the developers must move on from the past. So this will be the first title from the Forza franchise with a true next-gen experience. But all that certainly comes at a cost, and that is development time. The first time Turn 10 spoke about the new Forza Motorsport project publicly was back in March of 2019, and even then, behind the scenes, they were already working on the game well before. So when you look at the development period for the new Forza Motorsport game, which isn't even out yet, has taken at least 5 years to make. Now, if we were to look at Forza Horizon 5 to Forza Horizon 6, knowing full well now that the developers directly under Microsoft, like Playground Games, are only specifically working on titles for the Xbox Series consoles only, that means we may not see Forza Horizon 6 until 2025 or even 2026, which I gotta admit right now is a little hard to process, as we have been so accustomed to the 2 to 3 year life cycle, and I truly don't know if Forza Horizon 5 just has enough content at its core to make the game last for another 2 or 3 more years, unless a third expansion gets released. But even then, all that's going to do is halt the development for the next Horizon game. Not only that, once the new Forza Motorsport game gets released, I can't see, after 5 years plus of development by the team over at Turn 10, building a game, am I going to say it? Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about, only for the next Forza Horizon game to be announced less than a year after Motorsport has been out at the next Xbox Showcase event in 2024. Because right now, I truly believe the Horizon series is bigger than the Motorsport series, as it caters for a much broader audience, while the Motorsport has now become more of a niche racer. Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy both, nor it's a competition between the two series, but should Forza Horizon 6 be announced next year, in my opinion, it would just end up overshadowing the new Forza Motorsport that just got released, and I truly believe Microsoft at this moment would want that title to be in the limelight as the main first-party racer for quite some time. Now, as much as I don't like hearing that Forza Horizon 6 could be releasing much later than anticipated, more time development under the new Forza Tech engine isn't a bad idea either. Horizon 6 has the potential to be the biggest and best game Playground Games has ever made, all with a true next-gen experience, and who knows, with Playground Games recently putting in some real effort for the monthly updates in Horizon 5, what it shows is that when they're laser focused and listening to the community, they can indeed produce content that the players enjoy. And because of that, my faith for the team and the development for Forza Horizon 6 has been restored, regardless if it gets revealed 2, 3, or even 4 years from today. I just hope that Horizon 5 still gets fully supported for a very long time, but of course, with more time in between titles means higher expectations. Should Horizon 6 be launched in, let's say, at the end of 2026, that's essentially 5 years in the making, and as a dedicated Horizon fan, that does come with some level of expectations, which I'm sure Playground Games will be able to deliver. But anyways, what do you think about all of this? Share your opinions down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon 5 related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.